Hey, LinkedIn followers, this is Dr. Mark Sehl from LinkedIn. Thanks for following me. And I wanted to take this occasion to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. And I think many of you liked the video, or some of you did anyway. Are you for real? So I'm just putting in a little plug in here for my training, psychotherapy training, because that is very real. And all my life I've been working on thinking about the contributions of the therapist to the outcome of psychotherapy. That's been my devotion in my thinking and training, and in my PhD um, dissertation was the subject of it. And also in the papers that I've written all throughout my beginning, it's always the outcome of therapy is depending upon the therapist and not so much on the difficult patient, because so many things have been written about the difficult patient, and usually it's the therapist working with his or her countertransference that really makes for the difference in the outcome of treatment, not so much the, you know, overcoming the defenses of the difficult patient. It's usually overcoming our own resistance to knowing what's inside us in terms of what's the interaction with therapist and patient. That's the most essential thing in therapy. And if you can get that under your belt, you have it. You have it all. But it takes a long time. It takes me a long time because, we have so much in ourselves, so much resistances to knowledge, self-knowledge. That's in human nature. Freud found that out a long time ago, and we've been working on, enhancing that, adding to that theory, but it's still substantially the formation of his solid therapy in terms of theory of the transference, resistance, and later on countertransference. He had some difficulties with his own countertransference, especially with anger. As you see with one of his cases. So he could not relate to one of his clients because he couldn't take the anger. Well, he's a human being. But we focus a lot in our training group, in my training group, on what the countertransference issues are, particularly with anger, because many therapists, have talked to me about not ending their treatment in a suitable way, meaning that they didn't talk about their disappointments in their therapist because they were afraid of their therapist being angry at them. So whatever we can't say out loud, we're not going to be comfortable helping our patients say the same thing. That's just a fact. And that's why my emphasis has been in all my training, and the training that I've had with my mentor, Dr. Lucas, and other people who have had a lot of influence on me, is that it's your own boat that you got to help swim in the waters and plug up the leaks in them. The leaks meaning that you have feelings and thoughts that you're not going to be dealing with unless you say them to yourself and out loud to others. And the group is the most important vehicle to do that, because we are not so comfortable saying things out loud in the group. That makes sense. There's a lot of people, a lot of transferences to deal with and countertransference reactions, and when you're in with your own therapist and analyst, it's very different. But anyway, I'm having my training group, forming a small supervision group. If you're interested, email me at marksell@gmail.com. You can send me a text at 917-991-9113. Texts are interesting. I just got a text from my doctor because I wanted something, her to do something for me. So she texted me. It's great, You don't do therapy on text, but it's certainly a convenience that we have. So you can text me at 917-991-9113 if you're interested, and we can talk about it at some point, about the group, what it's like. And texts don't interfere with me, because if I'm in practicing, but they don't. I turn off alerts, but the texts go right through. So, and you can visit my site at marksell.com. So thanks a lot, and for following me, because I enjoy reading your responses to whatever articles I put on there. There's been a lot of them about breaking out of the box, for instance, on LinkedIn. And breaking out of the box was something that I wrote about myself when I was a kid. I wrote about, in my mid-20s, I wrote about being in a crib and breaking out of it. So I was in that box, and I continued to be in that box too, but I had to learn to get out and be free and work with my resistances and defenses and learn about myself so I could be free and liberated and say what I'd like to say, wherever, as long as it doesn't hurt other people or myself, but just be myself. So that's what being for real is, and all our defenses that we have prevent us from being real, because that's the purpose of it, to not say things that would make us anxious or depressed. So we need our defenses to stabilize ourselves in terms of turmoil and conflict. That's what they do. They help us, but also they are in our way, because they don't really help us express. They don't help us be authentic, because we're always hiding something. So I frame my podcasts: it's joy to be hidden, and disaster not to be found. And it's with the heart that one sees rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye, and that's what my whole life of training has been framed around too. So we need to help patients strengthen their defenses when necessary, and then help them become real, because the fear of being real, the fear of being known, is that you won't be liked. So there's something in us that needs to work on that too, all of us, so that we can be ourselves. So that's it. So I'm going to sign off for now. Happy Thanksgiving, and if you're interested, email me at marksehl@gmail.com, or again, text at 917-991-9113. And also there's a new episode 24 on soundcloud.com. Just put in Therapy for the Heart. It's about our defenses and what we can do about them. All right. Bye-bye for now.